Hey everybody, National Guard 5 here, or DJ, doesn't matter what you call me. And welcome to Greetings and Salutations number 1. It's a little bit modeled after Victor Tanzig's Greetings and Salutations. He did his most recent one a few hours ago. And, one second. Well, if you're wondering what's going on in the background, I have this with me and it makes all different kinds of noises. There's a campfire one on here that sounds like absolute crap. I thought I could try in the background. If you can hear it, it sounds like crap. I prefer the rain. Rain just sounds a little more calming. So I'll leave that on in the background. And hello everybody, the 3 that are here right now. Let's see, can I hold it down? There we go, that's better. So, I wanted to address this right now. I'm not mad, I just want to make sure people understand what's going on here. There's only 2 people filming SP4449 Fan 1 and Thomas Engine 76. I am looking for people that can film in Trains 19, and that way if one person's not able to film, then I can have someone help out in that department. Also, I'm looking for more people. I think there's a few other characters that need voice acting, but please, if you're gonna mention it in the Stories in the States casting call on my channel or on Jay's channel. He and I are both running that. What else? This whole COVID issue, like I've mentioned before, it cost me my job all the way back in March. And it's not fun when you don't have a job. I'll admit that. And for those that saw Sunday's live stream, I was also paying a little respect to my grandfather. And 7 years ago he passed away. A little bit bummed he's not around, but I still have my grandma. My grandma is 88 years old, which is awesome. She'll be 89 this year. But getting down to the chase, Stories in the States, it's still ongoing. The thing is I've got writers, I've got voice actors, and I've got, all that stuff. And, yeah. And let's see, I saw Mr. Rip, I'm sorry. Anthony's here, Ginger Cat's here, that's good. Hey everybody. Let more people know, it's good to have an audience. I see there's 4 people on, but the only reason why I think here in the United States, we're reopening stuff and we don't have the vaccine yet. And I did hear on the news that there's a kind of steroid or something like that that's supposed to help at least slow it down, but it doesn't, kill the virus or whatever. And that's a little bit disheartening because it's like, yes, I want to work maybe for the summer. I mean, I think Microsoft, I might apply for Microsoft even. And from what I heard is you can work from home from them. So I might try doing that. Or something in the railroading business. One of the two. And, yeah, I might try to do something like that. As for Stories in the States, I keep wanting to get back to it, but I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. Stories in the States, it's still ongoing, okay? It's still an ongoing process, but it's a little bit slow because I need more people to help. The main thing is I need people to help film Stories in the States in Trains 19. That's the main thing I need help with, is filming, because we only got 2 people filming right now. And I would prefer it if you used fraps or something like that, to where I'm pointing right where the screen is, right where my finger is. You would barely see the fraps icon or nothing at all. Because Bandicam has this big ugly watermark that's this big on the screen. But yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about. Right now, I've got a couple people helping me with episode ideas. We're up to episode 3 in terms of writing. Short number 5, we're almost done with the voice acting, then it's just filming it. Lady recently, I got a voice actor for Lady, and yeah, I think the short number 5 you guys are gonna like, but it just depends on when we can start filming it, and yeah, if anyone knows the Twitter, well, I might as well say it because I just got started on saying it. If anyone knows a Twitter user by the name of Simple, because I've seen him in NWR 58's series, and he plays Spencer. Um, if someone can let him know, I want him as Spencer. Um, I'd like that. But that doesn't mean that Optimus Prime 2471 isn't gonna be Spencer. Sorry, I'm thinking here. Um, I wanna test this out real quick and see how if Simple were to be Spencer, that'd be nice. And then I can maybe recast Optimus Prime 2471 as someone else. That's a main character. I just don't know who at the moment. But yeah, short number 5, it's almost done. It's just, certain people need to do their lines. I know I'm one of them. It's just kind of it's an unintentional, lengthy process with Stories in the States right now. And the whole coronavirus is kind of throwing a wrench in the works, I think. Has Cranky been taken? No. And again, if you want to audition, let me just make it abundantly clear. Let me make it clear to anybody who sees this right now and anyone who comments later. If you want to audition for somebody, go to either my casting call video or Jay's casting call video. They're one and the same, because he and I are basically like co-presidents, but whatever. Make a video, but leave it unlisted, and then take your casting audition video and paste it and put it in the. I'm pointing at the comment button right now on my camera. I just noticed. Leave your casting audition in that video, in the casting call video, and there's already a few people that have a few characters that have already been taken. But there's still more room for people to audition. I'll take a listen. I've just been kind of busy. Even though I lost my job because of the virus, I'm still trying to keep myself busy around the house and doing odd jobs and stuff. But I do want to get working again. But my only one worry is, if the virus comes back in September, I might be out of a job again, and nobody wants to lose a job. Let's see, short 7, yes. And I believe, Anthony, you said you were going to write that short, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And again, I don't know if you guys can hear the sounds in the background, but that's okay. But yeah, Stories in the States, it's a little bit slow going, but it doesn't mean it's dead. I know I've had a few people be like, oh, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? It takes a while, okay? Yeah, exactly, Ginger Cat. Like, you don't want to go so slow that people just are like, wow, they're taking forever or whatever, but please just listen. It takes a long time to not only get the lines done, but also to film and to get the scripts going. I'm working with J, SP4449 Fan 1, Mika. For those that don't know, she was Mavis in NWR Origins Season 2 for Thomas 1, Emperor 2, Henry 3. I just shortened it to T1E2H3 because it's a mouthful. Yeah, it's... Oh, you have 2 scripts, Ginger Cat. That's crazy. And then SP4449 Fan 1, he's juggling 3 series. My series, his own, and Anthony's series. And I have been trying to get more done with that script. So, for Anthony's episode 1, he's got his own series to deal with. It's crazy. It really is when you're trying to juggle so much. So, I will say, it's a little bit unfair for people to... I mean, when you get your lines in, that's totally fine. But don't go around being like, oh, well, where's everyone else's lines? It's like, no, you don't do that. When you finish your lines, that's fine. But don't go around saying, where's everyone else's lines, you know? Um, that's why I had to kick somebody. I'm not going to say who. Um, eggs! Sorry, I thought of Cat in the Hat when I saw that daylight pictures. I just thought of that. Eggs! But yeah, I had to kick somebody because they were being basically just like, oh, well, I got my lines done. Where's everyone else? It's like, we have priorities. Like for one of the voice actresses, she's I don't know if she's intensive care, but she is a nurse. And in this day and age, being a nurse is top priority, and I give her all the biggest thanks for keeping her patients safe and all that. Fairly Odd Engine, oh my gosh, I did not expect to see you here. Hi. I've heard good things about you, but my knowledge of train is nice reference. My knowledge of train is tremendously wide. But yeah, let's see. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fanboy for a split sec. I'm sorry. I didn't expect Fairly Odd Creations here. Let's see. Tell her that we thank her. Her username is Kirkland Rose. So that's who's voicing Lady. Actually, she's the one voicing Lady, Kirkland Rose, and the fact that she's a nurse, it's like, wow, that's awesome. But yeah, the main thing is like when we get lines taken care of, just be patient. We have we have commitments, and we have school, we have job, we have to do work and all that. And when people are just like saying, oh, well, why didn't anyone else get it on me? It's just like, no. That's why I had to boot somebody. I don't like doing that. I don't like dropping the band hammer, but sometimes you have to. It's nuts. I will say that. I don't like doing that. I've only had to do that twice, I think. But yeah, it's not fun. So in long, I cannot English right now. Hold on. If you guys can hear that, it's okay. This is one of the more, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I've got that clock I showed at the beginning set to rain or whatever. It's supposed to like give ambient sounds and all that stuff. So yeah. Anywho. I just noticed that, let's see. Oh, there's Mason. Hi. But yeah, the whole Stories in the States bit is, it's taking a while to make the scripts, to do the voice acting, to get the filming. I know the filming's the hard part. And then there's the editing of that video, and that's even harder. And then, publishing it, that's no problem. And another thing I wanted to mention is, from here on out, SP4449 Fan 1, aka Jay, he will be posting the shorts to his channel, the Stories in the States shorts. I'm giving him the right to post the shorts of Stories in the States on his channel, starting with short 4, which I think has gotten like 8,000 views already, which is kind of crazy. And then again, it's been like 6 to 8 months since the last short of Future was posted, and wow, that was nuts. Let's see, if you had one additional member of the SC series, Nelson. I'm not sure. Well, Ginger Cat, I had come up with this idea since like, I think like 2016, 2017. And let's see, Sodor Emmett, hello there, how you doing? So, what I was saying was, let me actually turn this on so we switch sounds. There we go, Ocean, that's better. So, Jay, SP4449 Fan 1, is going to be posting all the shorts from short 4 onwards on his channel. he and I are also going to be posting previews of the main series on both our channels. So, like, you'll see a little bit of episode 1, episode 2, like, maybe a minute worth of, like, a 15-minute video or something. What short 5 can be about the... That's actually not a bad idea, Daylight. That's going to be a later short, though, because short 5 is already written out and all that, so... But getting back to what I was saying, the previews of the episodes, it's like if it ranges from, like, maybe 12 to 15 minutes, I'm not sure. We'll do a preview of about a minute's worth of that episode, plus a question afterwards, much like Victor's, because my series is more or less a spin-off of Victor's series. I talked to him about that, and you know, it's gonna be a fun spin-off. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one, and then I'm gonna be posting the episodes on my channel. Starting with episode 1 onwards. Reginald, I'm thinking I can work him into episode... I can try to work him into episode 1. I'll have to double check on that. So, there's that. And one quick thing I want to do... Let me just grab him here. Set him back down. I did a thingy yesterday, and it's a little bit bad paintwork on him. I know James isn't happy about that. Well, Stories in the States, I just saw the question. It's going to take place a little bit in a slightly altered universe. But here's what I was going to mention. I did a thingy yesterday, and I did repaint him a little bit. I basically repainted his smoke box, his funnel. The main thing... James, I'm sorry. I didn't have the tool to take off his side rods, so I tried to get underneath with a paintbrush. I might do a second work on him. But as you can see, I repainted right here where the smoke box is, because for some stupid reason, Backman decided to leave that part of his smoke box red when it should be black. And so I did the best I could, and I can already see, I think I missed a tiny spot on the bottom there, yeah. Hey Andrew, how you doing? There's a couple spots I can tell need like a second coat of, or a second paint of black. The good thing is he still runs, even though the black got onto the metal part, like where he sits. Like if I put James on the track here... yeah, Mason, I'll have Reginald's lines right now. But the main thing is I want to talk about what's going on in the moment. But yeah, what I did yesterday is I went out and got some flat black. I didn't want James to be, completely glossed up or whatever, I know he likes his gloss. I know he likes his polish. But sometimes, James, you're gonna have to go, a little bit flat. Are you cheapening the ingredients? No, I'm not doing that, James. And in terms of voice acting for Stories in the States, the person who's voicing Lady, I decided, as of now, you don't really need to have a British accent. That's not like a requirement anymore. Basically, if you can make it your own, or your own kind of like, my favorite, how dare you? James, shut up. You want to be pulling trucks all day? Because I can do that. So anyway, so Lady is actually the first character, like, I was kind of hoping for a, like a Brit, like a Brit Allcroft style Lady or something. But the voice actress behind Lady said if I tried British, she'd be like, it was a little bit tougher, so I let it slide. So, I'm not saying every engine needs a British accent. If you can make it as close to the character you think is good, then it's fine by me, but I'll still be the judge on that as well as Jay, regarding the voice acting and all. There we go. That ocean noise was getting a little loud for me. But yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to mention. Another thing I wanted to say is, and I know this might turn a couple people off, but I'm not trying to be mean. It's a little bit of a prerequisite. If you can get a good quality mic, it doesn't have to be high quality. I have a little Sony portable microphone, uses like a couple AAA batteries. If you have a microphone that's got some good quality, that's another thing I've kind of got a prerequisite for is good mic quality. It doesn't have to be like Yeti quality or whatever. Um, just so long as it gets the job done and it's not like an old radio kind of thing, it's fine. And another thing is make sure it's stereo. Make sure your microphone is a stereo. It's stereo. Cause I've had a couple people, they'll try to audition and it's only mono. It comes in one ear and then you're just like, is my one? You know, you're looking around. It's like, is my one? You know, is it broken? I don't know what's happening. Um, so that's another thing I wanted to mention was make sure if when you do audition, you know, again doesn't have to be high quality, but you know, there has to be a good amount of quality to it, and it goes in both ears instead of just out of one ear. You know. And again, it's not that I'm being like a stickler, but it's just like that's a little bit of a prerequisite I have is a good mic quality where we can hear you instead of it sounding like this through one ear that it's all garbled and stuff, you know? That's not fun. When you hear that, because then you're just like, you have to cover one ear, then you have to listen here, and you say it's like this, you know. Um, Okay, good. And again, Daylight, and anyone else who's asking, send your auditions to the casting call video. Hey, Thomas Engine. Okay, guys, there's Thomas Tank Engine 76. He's the other guy that's filming Stories in the States. I'm glad he's here. And before you ask, don't go spamming him. Can you film for me? Can you film for me? It's just like, it's about Stories in the States. It's not blasting someone else out of the water for filming. So yeah. Mr. Railways. Actually, yeah. George, if George, I think will show up later, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing George in that. And I can't remember if it was for Thomas Engine 76. Um, let's see, Paxton, Sydney, maybe if their models are available, maybe. I'm not sure if they're there though. But anyway. I'm voicing. I can't remember if it's for Thomas Tank Engine 76 or not. It might have been for someone else. But I'm voicing Joey and George in someone's series. I can't remember off the top of my head. Basically, Joey. Let me sit back a little bit. Joey is like your laid back New Yorker. You know, he's like, okay, what's going on here? Oh, so there's been a robbery. Okay, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. You know. Whereas George, get ready. Railways are no good. Turn them into roads. Pull them up. Turn them into roads. That was me doing George. And I know, Thomas, you're voicing Joey in my series, but I can't remember if I'm voicing Joey for you or it could have been for someone else. I can't remember. But yeah, let's see. I was born with like pull off an accent if like that if need be. That's pretty good, dude. That's good. I'll look into a character to see if who can do that. But I just remember T1E2H3 Thomas 1 Edward 2 Henry 3. I remember the Rebel Road with rollers. He actually said that I think it was in the description, or he mentioned it in one of his videos. When he tried to do George, he inadvertently sounded like Louis Armstrong, I think, or in a way like it. But for me, it kind of comes naturally, you know. Yeah. So it's just fun doing that, you know. I might as well do it one more time to, you know, just to. Does anyone want me to do that one more time? George's little motto or whatever. I'm actually curious if anyone missed it. But, you know, long story short of what I was getting at is, give Stories in the States some time, and it's a process. It's not like boom, it's done. No, it takes a while. All right, I'll do it one more time. I just don't hope I don't blow up my vocal cords. Do it. I'll showcase a little bit of the accents I can do, and I'm not. Before I do that, um, if anybody is from that country that I'm gonna do after I do this line, I am not trying to be offensive. It's just I've heard it so much that it gets burned into my brain and it just sticks with me. All right, let me do it. Railways are no good. Turn them into roads. Pull them up. Turn them into roads. But yeah, that line just sticks in my head. And in that Rebel Road with rollers, for some reason, Trevor sounded like Mr. Bean. I'm not joking. I don't know if that was unintentional or intentional, but that was always funny. Let's see. Now for those accents, and I see. I have a character that he's an American 240. Nice. Let's see. Will Jack be now? For some of these characters, I'm noticing like the Jack and Miss Jenny's pack and all that. I don't know if their models are available. I'll look into it. Casey Jr. I think he's got an updated model. I can't remember. I have seen it in some places, but yeah. By the way, his look in Dumbo in last year. Oh my god, it was terrifying. But I like the number 41 as a reference to the original Dumbo movie. That was nice. Also, there's a stupid nitpick I just remembered with Dumbo. It's a good movie, I'm not gonna lie. But... oh wait, no, let me rephrase that. But... Senor Pello reference. When Casey Jr. puffed into Joplin, Missouri, like let me show you what I mean. It's only a static model or whatever. Like I don't have the track power on. But when Casey Jr. came into the station, both the side rods were moving in the same motion. They weren't like, I guess, perpendicular. I'm just like, that's not how it works, Tim Burton. That's not how it works. You know, as a steam engine enthusiast, that's how I am. I'm surprised no one caught that Senor Pello reference when I yelled out "butt" the way I did. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, some of these characters that you guys are talking about, Jack, Jenny's pack, some of these other characters, I don't know if their models are out yet or not. And if they are, I'll talk to some of the guys about that and see if we can go from there. But again, this whole video I wanted to do was, the virus has caused some degree of issues, and I know the word's gonna make some people cringe. When Copa came around in March, a lot of people were freaking out over, I'm gonna lose my channel, and people were like, hey, Stories in the States. I made it a point that Stories in the States was not gonna be for kids because it's gonna be like PG-13 rated. There's gonna be a little bit of swearing. There's gonna be a little bit of touchy subjects. There will be a little bit of violence, and yeah. So when Copa came around, I basically set my channel not for kids because I'm gonna have this guy in wartime, which is my version of Victor Tanzik's Stories of War. He's gonna be like saying damn and hell and all that stuff. Spoiler: he is gonna go to war for the U.S. Marines in Europe. Yes, I'm doing that. Don't question it. It's my choice, not yours. Anyway, okay, I'm seeing in the chat, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I got like 10 minutes left. 311 is gonna be a little different in my series. She's not gonna be a bad luck engine. She's not gonna be an evil ghost lady or anything like that. She's not gonna do that. She's actually gonna be maybe working as a visiting engine or something, and she's a lot more cheerful than than she was in Ghost Train 2 or whatever, which I heard was Ghost Train 2 was okay. And yeah, Thomas, Stories of Sodor did kind of inspire me to do stories in the States, but in truth, even as a kid, I always wondered what would happen if if these guys showed up in the United States. And technically, he has the Blue Star, douchey McStar billing blue cheese. If anyone gets that reference, good on you. But yeah, douchey McStar billing blue cheese has appeared in the United States quite a bit. I saw him in Paris when I was about 6. Eric or Vinny, maybe. I have no idea. I'm surprised no one's caught on to that reference I've said twice now. But yeah, I'll say it 3 times the charm. Douchey McStar billing blue cheese has been in the United States quite a few times. I think Vinny is a Canadian national engine. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, long story short, Stories in the States is still being worked on. Episode 1 is going to take a little bit, but short number 5 is almost done. And, yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be good. I think because it's summer now, we're gonna have more time to focus on writing, filming, editing, and all that stuff. And again, why does no one understand my reference about douchey McStar billing blue cheese? I don't get it. I'm not sure how long the episodes are gonna be. Maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's not gonna exceed 15 minutes, I don't think, but we'll find out. Oh, finally, 2 people understand what I was saying for 4 different moments. I said it 4 times. I'm like, does no one understand what I'm saying? No, not that. This, I'm gonna say it one more time. Douchey McStar billing blue cheese is a reference to Miss Oliver and Blossom, who now goes by Thespio. And yeah. I love that nickname for Thomas, douchey McStar billing blue cheese. That was just great. But anyway, it's gonna. I don't know when short 5 will be out. Hopefully soon. Episode 1 might be a little longer. Just keep your eyes open, and I'll see you later.